We just formed the Mongol Empire in 1506, and we got the Khan achievement. And yes, guys, it is an Iron Man game. As some of the more experienced EU4 players know, Oirats is insanely overpowered, likely the strongest nation in EU4, and there's a very good reason why. First off, they are a horde, and hordes in general are really strong, but Oirats is special because they also start in a really great spot with easy access to the western horde lands as well as to the Bank of Ming, plus they get unique events when fighting Ming that will basically turn Ming's armies into paper troops. Now, things have changed in the recent update. We cannot get Fortune to fight on our side against Ming because they start as a tributary of Ming, but not to worry, we'll still be a-okay without Fortune. What we're also going to be doing is we're going to be going ahead and we're going to summon the diet and go for the only agenda that you're going to have, as well as we're going to be giving out the tribal land rights, greater autonomy for chieftain, and larger tribal hosts. Later on we'll give another privilege, but for the time being that's it. Sell the titles, seize Crownland, so we start with a little bit of cash flow. Let's also start moving our troops towards the border with Ming, and we're also going to be recruiting the Free Company over here in the province of Govi. Our starting vassal Mongolia is disloyal, so just start improving relations with them. They will eventually be loyal again. And go for your only two available rivals right now, Chagatai and Uzbek. Likely they will rival amongst each other as well, so they're not going to ally. What happens 90% of the times is Chagatai allies Nogai and Uzbek allies Kazan. If that's the case, that is ideal, since those are going to be easy alliance blocks to destroy after we've destroyed Ming. We're also going to go for yellow shamanism, so we have less penalties with wrong religion provinces. And of course, assign your starting leader, which is also a Chad general in charge of your main army. We'll also be staying as Tengri. We're not syncretizing with anybody for the time being because we want the cavalry to infantry ratio that we get from staying as Tengri. Exactly as I predicted, Chagatai allied Nogai and Uzbek allied Kazan. Nice try, Ming, asking me for tributary for real. Here's my reply, Ming. Take Mandate of Heaven CB, let's go. And now we got to be a little bit careful because we want to aim for the army that Ming has, which is controlled by their king or their heir. So we got to find a general that has this exact name here. Either of these names is fine. Win a battle against them, and then the event triggers. Can someone tell me why exactly Cradle randomly placed their units on this tile? And we found him, boys. There you go. Chiyu Zhu. He's quite separate from the rest of the army, so if we're lucky, we might be able to catch up to him over in Kirlan. Come on, boys. We got to win the battle before they get any reinforcements in there. Please, Winsky. Oh, there you go. Capture of the Ming Emperor, which gives us 20% morale of armies and 25% siege ability, making it a ton easier to win the battles against their armies now. We're chasing him down to Beijing. If we manage to get him before the month's end, yep, there we go. We stack wiped them. The next goal now is to take the province of Beijing. Once we do that, another event triggers that's gonna be even more significant than the previous event. I actually assaulted the province. It is worth it, trust me, because with the capture of Beijing, we get the event that gives us the entirety of North Ming. Look at this, boys. And it also lowers their mandate to 0. So now their troops take 50% more damage from ours. So essentially, it is Ming hunting season at the moment, and it's super easy to do this. All it took is one battle and one siege, and assaulting the siege once the walls broke. Ignore the fact that they're sieging down your country because now it's gonna be super easy to wipe them out. We also can do the Tumo crisis that offers 20 army tradition, bringing us up to 38, making our armies even stronger. Take a look how easily it's gonna be to destroy their army now. They had 9,000 units there, and that was a super fast stack wipe in just a few days. And because we are a horde, we have a movement speed more than the Ming have, which means it's going to be really easy for us to catch up to their armies and wipe them out when they're retreating from us. 25,000 against our 15,000. Well, we got reinforcements, but still, we completely crushed them again. Make sure you also get a spy network in Ming to increase your siege ability. We got 5% siege ability from the spy network and 24.1% from the event that happened once we captured their emperor. And we've been grinding down their army so much, they are down to 24,000 units now. Oh, juicy stacking Vapenicum, boys! At this point, they have 1,000 soldiers left, and I'm just going from fort to fort, trying to get as much war score so I can piece them out fast before their rebels completely break their country apart. And it looks like they are agreeing with my terms here. 99% war score, 159, 136, no coalition, literally only Ming in it, and I'm getting Beijing, as well as I'm snaking around the entire country here. I'm doing this intentionally because this way, whenever the various Ming nations break away from Ming and they become independent entities, they are bordered only by me, so I'm gonna have an easy time killing them off from the moment that they start existing. Can I get some money as well? 112 ducats, amaze balls. Now, let's do something really juicy, and actually let's adopt feudalism first. Now we have avec le feudalisme, and I'm gonna be raising all these provinces and getting a massive amount of mana points, admin, diplo, military points. All the juice is mine, and also the reason why I got Canton as well as Beijing in the first war is because that way their mandate's always going to be low. If they don't have Beijing, Nanjing, and I think Canton, I might be wrong about Canton, I'm going to get my diplo tech. I'm not getting the military tech just yet because the amount of mana points that you get from raising lands is lowered with each military technology that you increase, and we don't need to increase it right now. Everybody's still pretty weak around us, so we should have a fairly easy time killing them all off. And for the truly big brain move, we're going to be attacking Cradle because they are a tributary of Ming. Ming is going to join in to help their tributary and defend it against the vile Oirats, who are going to basically be getting 2,200 ducats from them because I can. And I'm going to try and piece out Ming super fast so I can do this a few times, not just with Cradle. I feel like I made a mistake accepting feudalism because if I didn't accept feudalism, I would be able to stack up more military points before having to waste them on my technology. Hindsight's 2020, I guess, but it's fine. Military tech 4 is not a big deal. Still acceptable. We'll just delay the next one half a little bit more. First, financial war against the Ming is done. That means we can also piece out the Cradle, and we can start killing off the rebels before we attack Ming a second time. I could actually take Cradle, but I'm going to vassalize them because I have massive overextension problems. I cored up most of the provinces that I got from Ming, so I could technically attack Come now and Ming would join, but I don't want that because my truce with Ming itself is done in 3 years, and then I can take another massive chunk out of their country. But until that time, I saw something really juicy. Uzbek and Chagatai are at war, so I'm going to be positioning my troops here so I can commit my own attacks and take advantage of this war that they have. Oh, this is great because now attacking Chagatai and Nogai means I can literally take land all the way into the Great Horde from this one war, not having to go through Uzbek just yet. Oh, what? Nogai's not joining? That actually is not so bad because I can do a separate war against Nogai afterwards. Let's make Bech Balik here our main target, and we're going with the tribal feud CB against Chagatai. Once we're done with them, obviously we're also going to be focusing on Nogai and Ming at the same time. We didn't fight a single battle against Chagatai's armies. What we did instead is we carpet siege their entire nation, including a couple of forts, and that gave us 87% war score, so we can take all the provinces that we're interested in, 134, 133, and not even a single nation in a coalition against us. Plus now we border Nogai and we can continue our expansion into the west, but we also have to start getting ready for Ming because in 1 year we can attack him again. And because I'm going to need more troops, I'm going to recruit as many cavalry units as I possibly can recruit. We're only doing cavalry whenever we need to recruit units. We're not getting infantry at all. The only infantry we have is the one we started with, which we're not disbanding until they die off, and the mercenary units, which do have predominantly infantry. But that being said, no cavalry is like 5 times better than any other cavalry at the start, so you always want to have cavalry only armies, especially as Oirats, or as close as possible to that. Let's make sure our war goal is right next to us, so once we start the war, we quickly take this and get the ticking war score as well. And a really quick Stacken Vapenicum against their entire army will definitely help. Now we just need to carpet siege the rest of these lands. We committen the Stacken Vapenicum once more, yeah? Alright, ski boy, it's time to go for another war against the Ming. Take Mandate of Heaven once more, and again, we're not actually taking the Mandate. We're gonna do our peace deal with Nogai. I really don't want to have to fight their allies over in the south here. They actually got the Grand Company. Are they really struggling with manpower? They are. Oh my lord. We've also fully carpet sieged the Great Horde, but we didn't touch their army yet, so now we gotta focus on Uzbek to finish this war. We're only taking 2 provinces from Uzbeks. The Great Horde, though, is not getting off that easily. We do have a potential coalition against us, but let's be honest, I don't really care about it. After you raise land, you should also concentrate it before you core it. It's gonna make stuff a lot cheaper to core that way. This right here looks like a perfect peace deal in my opinion. And once more, nobody even cares about me taking half of China. Not a single nation in any sort of a coalition, because I'm doing a pretty good job at managing my AE. It's actually a little bit weird seeing Ming so small on the map. Time to attack the Crimeans now. We want to fully annex Crimea since we need all of their provinces to restore the Mongol Empire, and this is also going to get us a little bit closer to the holy city of Constantinople, a true Mongolian city. Everybody knows, everybody knows. Speaking of, Ottomans literally didn't even take all of Anatolia. I've got a little bit of a problem now. I can annex the Crimeans, but my overextension is killing me, and I have a lot of rebel problems once more in the south of China. They keep appearing in China, crossing over to my lands, and giving me all that juicy army tradition. I mean, I'm not complaining. I got close to 100 army tradition because of continuous battles. And you know what? I'm gonna be slackening recruitment a little bit. I gave out this privilege here that offers general cost minus 25%. So every general costs only 38 mana points to recruit. And considering I got a massive amount of military mana, the main thing I do with this mana is just recruit generals and fire them so I can increase my professionalism. And my overextension is down to massively acceptable levels, so we're gonna be fully annexing the Crimeans now. Booyashnaka babuski, as they say in Crimean. Prove me wrong. Oh, I'm sorry. You don't speak Crimean? Well, tough tomatoes then, okay? Theodoro's my tributary. Oh god, because I fully annexed Crimea. Theodoro, which was Crimea's tributary before, became my tributary. Boy, do I not want them to be my tributary. I'm gonna cancel this. Oh, what? They would accept vassalization. You know what? Sure, I might vassalize them. I've also sneakily been taking provinces from Mongolia to more quickly integrate them. Reality is I should have started their integration process in 48, but I kind of forgot about it. Hey, that's really cute. Mong Mao has no army whatsoever, and guess what? They're still a tributary of Ming, so we're gonna use that to recycle our truce with Ming and get some money as well in the process. Ah, look at that juicy money, boyos. And you know what? I'm not gonna annex Mong Mao. I'm only gonna take their money because they're still gonna be a tributary of Ming, and I'm gonna repeat the same thing in the next war against Ming. Time to also do our war against Korchin now, since we want to fully annex all of Korchin. Let's go for the closest province here. Don't care about the rest of the Manchurian lands for now, as we need to focus on the west after this war, so we're just gonna ignore the rest of this. And we finally integrated Mongolia, which means we can do our missions now as well. Claim the Khanate, beautiful. Unite the Mongols. We need to get the Korchin lands, which is literally why I just attacked them. Actually, I had a little bit of change of heart. I am gonna attack Shibei as well, since they're allied to Jiangsu, and that means Jiangsu's not gonna join in this war. Might as well get a bigger chunk out of the Manchu lands before we peace these areas, shall we? I've also been patiently waiting for Transoxiana and all these other vassals of the Timurids to kill the Timurids, but it hasn't happened, man. They still are super disloyal, but they still haven't had the independence war. Also, guys, if you're interested in this save, you can find it on my Patreon, or if you're a channel member as well. I really enjoy how a lot of the times it's just basically insane how much land I'm taking from each of these wars. Like, I've basically taken a huge amount of land from Korchin, and it's as if it's nothing for this nation, man. Also, now that we've done that, we can do Unite the Mongols, and we get 2 choices. Either Mongolian becomes our primary culture, and all owned provinces of the various different Mongolian cultures become Mongol themselves, or we get +3 max promoted cultures until the end of the game. If you're doing a world conquest, definitely the second option is a lot better. Mongol and Korchin will anyway by default become accepted cultures once you become an empire, and having +3 promoted cultures until the end of the game is going to make things a lot easier. So definitely go for this, especially if it is a world conquest run. Since we have so much extra military points, I did recruit a few more generals, so now we can slacken recruitment a few more times. 35,000 manpower, just like that, and we can select the best of the best generals, get rid of their other ones, of course. Manchuria is starting starting to look a little bit more unified, but they're also starting to be able to join a coalition against me, so I kind of am forced to kill them all so they don't join a coalition against me. It's just how it is, sadly. I'm really just doing this for your own good, the Manchurian tribes, I promise. Wait, what? Oh, dude, are you kidding me again? Niv! They're my tributary, so I'm guessing they were the tributary of Shibe, and now they're mine. Oh, I love it when my tribal rebels fight my enemies for me. That's just amazeballs right there. Truce is over with Chagatai, so we're gonna attack him now. I'm gonna go for Almaty. Doesn't really matter, to be honest, since I'm basically gonna fully annex Chagatai. I'm doing this because 93% war score, and in return I get 200% war score since their vassal Yarkand becomes my vassal once I annex Chagatai entirely. Avec le Stacken Vapenicum again? I think that was the whole army, wasn't it? Now they 4,000 units somewhere. Avec le truce over with Uzbekius, so let's do that war also. The fact that Chagatai allied the freaking Malwans is really annoying because I have to go all the way into India in order to get rid of Malwa, and just for the military access I have to go through 1,000 different freaking nations. And I just realized I actually sent my mercenaries here. I was expecting this to be a regular army so I can split them up and siege down these provinces and quickly piece them out. I'll let them keep the rest of those provinces there, and I'll just take that stuff in the next war against them. If I'm lucky, maybe Nogai is gonna take this, and then I can just fully annex Nogai. And just because we're at it, we also are gonna be attacking the nation of Kum. Might as well just get rid of this ugly green spot in the middle of our nation. There you go. With a little bit of CGO, we got Malta out of this, and by Malta I actually mean Malwa. Ludi don't know geography, I expose. Holy schnaps. And it's also time for full annexation for Chagatai. We even can take some money. Aggressive expansion, it does mean that the Timurids will be coming into a coalition against us, but I don't care. And also, I'm taking this one province here right next to the Timurids so I can actually get my tribal feud CB on them, because right now I'm not bordering them and I don't want to attack Transoxiana directly. I want to attack the Timurids directly. And say hello to my very new, beautiful Yarkandi. Oh, snaps, I forgot to cancel Nivka. I'm also going to cancel Cradle actually, because I really don't want them as a vassal. One province minor, really not even worth my time to improve relations. I also have quite a few nations that would join a potential coalition, and we have Nogai as well as Biapas and Gazikumund in that coalition already. So I'm going to attack these guys now before anybody else joins this coalition, like say Timurids or Ottomans or anything of the sorts. And booyah schnackaloo. Now let's start sending our boyos over there as well. Oh lol, Nogai still has military tech 3, dude. What? We might as well attack Sadik Yogir, which is a tributary of Kum. So if I don't attack them now, I'm gonna get them as my tributaries after. And as you guys know, I'm not a big fan of getting everybody's tributaries as my own. Jesus Christ, Bashgird. This actually went up to 80-something% before it fell, man. Sometimes RNG is really not on my side. So I can take all the stuff that I want. I'm not interested in the rest of Nogai because this is what I need in order to form the Mongol Empire. A little bit of money on the side as well as nice, and that's pretty much it. The other guys here were in a coalition, so I cannot piece them out separate. Hey, finally, Transoxiana went for the independence war against Timurids. Oh my lord, about time, yo. Actually, my truce is about to finish with Ming, so I'm gonna get ready for this war. I'm gonna build up some more units by the border with Ming, so when the war starts, we just ship on over these boys into the south. Oh my dude, Guje also is taking their sweet ass time, man. I need to take Guje's lands. It's really important so I can get the U provinces, so I can piece out Sarik Yogir, so it's a snowball effect. Cannot really do one without the other. Lol, Ming, did you just actually join in a coalition against me? Do you actually think that's gonna help you? Do you think that's gonna save you from me just taking the mandate again? Except I'm not really taking it again. I'm just gonna take your lands once more, boyo. I believe Mr. Guje is about to be pieced out, though. Yes, it is. Yes, it freaking is. You said you need some cum with that sauce, yo? That was a horrible joke. That was a really bad joke. Let's edit that out, shall we? No! We can choose to make Vajrayana our new state religion, or we will not listen to superstition, which is exactly what we're gonna do right here. I'm actually gonna wait until the Timurids fight off against the vassals before I do my own attacks on them, because I wouldn't mind for a little bit of change of power here. Maybe if Afghanistan and Fars take a little bit out of the Timurids, it's gonna lessen the amount of wars that I need to do against all of these boys here. I'm starting to see a trend with nations joining in these coalitions against me, and they have to be punished, of course. I'm not gonna let this sort of insolence go unpunished, obviously. All jokes aside, though, I'm doing it because if I don't, then likely what's gonna happen is Ottomans or Timurids or someone like that's gonna join the coalition, and it's gonna make it harder for me to beat down these guys. So I know these boys are not gonna join until their wars are over. That gives me the time to finish my Ming War and the Manchu Wars and so on. I feel like I got a decent amount of war score. I'm just gonna peace out China so I can focus on the Manchurian lands. And we got 212 overextension from this, but don't let that scare you. It's actually not as bad as it seems. Simply by raising these lands, we're gonna get rid of a lot of that overextension. And we're also gonna be concentrating these lands, making it even cheaper to core and giving out less overextension overall. Oh hey, we got the event in which Tungning appears, which is essentially a precursor to modern Taiwan, I guess. Not really, but let's say they share the same historical location, more or less. Taiwan itself being the Republic of China, which is previous China before the communists came to power that fled after they lost the Civil War to the island of Taiwan. I'm not sure if I'm gonna catalog this as a win or a lose, but Transoxiana became independent, however they lost lands, and Fars and Afghanistan are still vassals of the Timurids, so I got really definite mixed feelings here. And let's start Zversky. We want to get the province of Khiva especially, so we do one more of our missions. Well, I was a little bit wrong here. I thought Nogai is gonna take care of Uzbek, but looks like Uzbek took care of Nogai instead. I pretty much lost count with the amount of times that I've been at war with Ming by this point. But you know what they say, when the bank of Ming calls, you have to answer. And since we've taken Khiva, we now can get this next mission done and the subjugation of the Tatars apparently. So we have permanent claims over the Persian lands and the lands, which is the only two areas we still need to form the Mongol Empire. Well, from these areas, we literally need like 4 provinces, not much. But yeah, this entire area we have to have though. So that's going to take a while to conquer. There's really a lot of ways that we could dice up the Timurids. But for the first piece, we're going to dice them up exactly like this here. This essentially gives us access to every other country that we're interested in this area. So we're going to get our special CBs on Ajam as well as Baluchistan, who I white pieced so I can attack them in 5 years from now because they were allied to the Timurids. And once I attack them, I lower my truce timer with the Timurids as well by another 5 years. Only in EU4 can you casually watch Lithuanian armies fight the Ottomans whilst the Mongolians are sieging down Akoyunlu right next to them. My biggest gripe with this freaking run is the fact that every single fort went up to 50 something all the way to 80 something percent. Not a single 7% fort. Why do I never get those, man? But the AI, they keep on getting 7% tick forts. And a very valuable lesson in this game, guys. Nations cannot join coalitions if they do not exist. So remember that in your future run. We're definitely making quite a few friends here for our future coalition. Yo, what? Sharjah exists? Sharjah is definitely one of my favorite tags when it comes to map colors in this game. Oh, what was that? It's time to attack Ming again. Yes, it is. Bruh, just 11 aggressive expansion for fully annexing Uzbek. It's as if nobody cares about Uzbek, guys. Ah, yes. Why wouldn't this fort also go to 57%, right, guys? Oh my freaking god, dude. 584 days. Unfreaking believable, seriously. Did I not sacrifice enough goats to RNGesus? Is that what's happening here? Time to do another peace deal. It's that time of the year, as always. Yearly annexation of Ming lands. It's a tradition here in Mongolia. Oh my god, I actually am gonna be at peace now after a very long time since I just pieced out Balochistan. That means I can start lowering my autonomy. Yes, I'm still doing that. I don't care about the rebels, okay? We could also restore the Ilkhanate, which essentially grants all of the Persian provinces to a brand new nation that's going to become our March. Now, if you really want to min-max this run, what normally you should do is you release the Ilkhanate without coring these lands. I did core them, and I'm not min-maxing. I'm just having a little bit of fun here. So I'm not going to release the Ilkhanate. This dice roll right here, this is the entire story of my entire freaking E4 experience, man. Luckily, when fighting on flat terrain, we get 25% more shock damage increase. How the F am I getting this much aggressive expansion from just taking Transloxiana? I think we're gonna need at least one more war against the Timurids. Actually, one war might be enough because we don't need the 2 provinces from the south of Iraq to form the Mongol Empire. It pains me fighting in non-flat terrain, but even so, our troops are insanely powerful, so we're gonna easily win and wipe out all of these boyos here. Honestly, these lands are where most of the development is hiding. Oh, snaps! No! Oh boy, I just wasted some military points right there. I will never forgive me! This is not min-max friendly. Oh no! Ludi the Wasteful. So, let me get this straight. The Polish army went around my entire country so they can siege the fort in Tabriz, and now they end up Stärkenverpenikum after such a massively long journey. I think this is because I deleted most of my forts, and this was like the only fort that I still had. And it's time that we commit the full annexation of the Ming. Coalition Korea and Tuning are not happy about the situation, but you know what? It does not matter at all. Now, I seriously want to start expanding in the Vietnamese area, but I want to form Yuan, and I need to be at peace to form Yuan, so I'm just going to focus 100% on the Polish and Ottoman War, so I can get all of these juicy bonuses. Look at this, boys! Oh my god. Forming Yuan without taking the Mandate of Heaven is absolutely amazing, but remember, for that, you literally have to make sure Ming doesn't exist anymore. Habbidi-babbidi-boobidi-boo! I just got what I need from you. Yes, that right. Okay, don't think about it too much. We really just need Kiev, 5739. We even can take some money from them. Frack yeah, I'm taking the money. Oh, them juicy Lithuanian loans, bro. Holy snaps. Actually, the Ottomans are super strong, man. I normally just crush everybody, but the Ottoman armies are not that easy by comparison. Alright, now we got 7135, so we might even be able to take some money. Yes, we can. Finally, sir. Finally. Please tell me I took all the provinces, right? I don't need anything else. No, I don't. Oh, God. Azov! Oh, Lord, please have mercy on my soul and tell me that I can do this. I beg of you. Oh, yes! Ignored the fact that I sang like a little girl. I was very excited, okay? And it's time to form the mighty Yuan. Remember, get the traditions and ambitions, because now we got insanely overpowered ideas. Look at this, guys. Great Yuan traditions and ambitions. Cav combat, a governing capacity modifier. Core creation minus 25. Morale of armies. Tech cost. Shock damage inflicted. Movement speed plus 15. Admin efficiency and goods produced. Every single one of those ideas are tailored for a world conquest. Look how beautiful we are, man. And Karakoyunlu is getting their independence guaranteed by the Timurids. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to truce break with the Timurids. After I've truce broken with them, I'll take the rest of their provinces by attacking Koyunlu. Alright, and the best part about forming Yuan is that all of your Mongolian provinces are turned into Sino-Altaic provinces as part of the Chinese group. So every single Chinese culture province is an accepted culture once you become an empire. So essentially, you can use your 6 promoted culture slots to accept other cultures now, meaning less unrest overall in your country. Dude, literally one more province if we could take, we would just get their vassal, and then we would be able to form Mongolia right now. Feels massive, Pepega, dude. Also, look at the amount of nations in the coalition against us. Insane, I tell ya. It's insane. Can we at least get this at 71%? We got it. We got it, boys. Oh, you skibbity boo-boos. Give me these lands here. And you give me these lands here as well. Now we can form the Mongol Empire. We can also restore the Ilkhanate, but I'm not gonna do that. I think there was an achievement for this. Let me just scroll for it a little bit. Ah, there you go. Khan. Restore the Mongol Empire before the age of absolutism or revolutions. Give my achievement, please. Spare no expense. Sure, we're not gonna spare any expense. And Darya go boyos. Khan. Hold up, did we just get new sprites as well? These guys look epic, man. There are people that did world conquests with Oirats in less time than it took me to form the Mongol Empire. They did do it with the use of exploits, however, in a previous patch. This is in the latest patch, and with no exploits. I'm not that much of a tryhard. Personally, I like to have fun in my games, and if I'm not having fun, I will not play that game anymore. And if you enjoyed this video, you're gonna love this Brandenburg run up next. And I really want to thank all my patrons, channel members, and Twitch subscribers for the amazing support you guys have been offering. I really wouldn't be able to maintain this channel without all of your help.